It's time for Asta versus Sister Lily. We start the chapter with Heath Grice looking down at Asta and the fallen Yurulu. This battle hasn't gone the way the three invaders expected. Grice is naturally more than a little surprised to see one of his fellow invincible paladins having fallen. But he's even more impressed that Asta is the one to have taken the beast magic user down. He thinks back briefly to the first time he fought the anti-magic boy, and Grice had his first taste of defeat. Heath couldn't have imagined that they'd be fighting again after his resurrection. And yes, this finally confirms that this guy is Grice beyond a doubt. Up until now, all we had was their similarity in design and their matching magic. Now, however, we know for a fact that this man is a former Eye of the Midnight Sun agent. That raises a lot of questions. Why did Lucius pick him? Is there some kind of limit to who he can raise from the dead? Or was he trying to create paladins who knew Asta? And if he can already bring back souls from the dead to turn against a hero, will Asta's mother be next? Either way, Heath won't be getting his rematch anytime soon. He's still got one more member of the Ryuzen 7 to deal with. Mushogatake Yosuga swaggers up to the Ice Paladin, his battle-loving grin unchanged. Even the freezing, ice-covered battlefield hasn't been enough to make the Land of the Sun's ultimate warrior put on a shirt. Yosuga smirks at Grice, claiming he wouldn't normally waste his time with an enemy as pathetic as him. But today, he'll be the one fighting the ice magic user. The Ryuzen's eyes narrow as he makes it clear. There's nothing he finds more tactless than meddling with a reunion between a man and a woman. With the two men distracted, that leaves Asta and Sister Lily free to face off. The two meet each other's gazes for the first time since Asta was sent to the Land of the Rising Sun. The rest of the town is still frozen thanks to the earlier battle against Ryuzen, with massive icicles looming over the humble abandoned buildings of the old Yami hometown. As suspicious as he might be, Ryuya's evacuation of the town has proven to be an excellent call given the paladin's lack of restraint. Interestingly, Lily is still surprised to see Asta. This was not something she expected to happen with this mission. She doesn't attack right away, simply asking the young black bull why he's still alive. Asta admits that the people of this country saved him. He's confused by Lily asking this. He assumes she sent him to the Land of the Sun in the first place. Asta might not get why she did that, but she had to know he was alive, right? Lily is silent for a second after that. She might not be sure what really happened either. Finally though, she tells him no. The paladin wasn't the one who sent him here. That last spell of hers really was an attempt to kill Asta. Still, that little pause is interesting. Could she be lying? Trying to convince herself? Asta certainly isn't convinced. He yells that he refuses to accept that. The Black Bull insists that Sister Lily he knows would never try to kill anyone. Even if she was being manipulated, he can't believe that was her. Lily raises her arm and uses the same spell once again, yelling at Asta that she's not being controlled by anyone. A blinding white star of magic forms right in front of the Black Bull. Asta can barely get out of there in time, flying swiftly away thanks to Devil Union. Lily keeps using the spell, forming star after star as Asta flints across the battlefield, dodging left and right. This flurry of attacks is getting her nowhere, and the pressure is starting to affect the paladin. Scowling, Lily unleashes a familiar spell. Water magic, Holy Fist of Love. The same attack she used to always use on Asta to try and discourage his proposals. Not one of these fancy, high-power paladin spells. Not even some of her new spatial magic he'd be less familiar with. She's giving in to old reflexes. Although it is still amped up thanks to Lily's newfound power. The spell lands with the force of a mighty thunderbolt, cracking through Grice's frozen battleground like it's nothing. But Asta's more than fast enough to dodge it now. Lily tries her hardest to think of what she could even do against Asta in this state. It's hard to fight an anti-magic user in Devil Union, as Lucifero could tell you. Lily's enforced spatial travel spell would be a one-hit kill, but it takes too long to activate. The only time she has managed to hit Asta with that thing is when he was immobile. She has spatial mana domination, something that would shut down any regular magic using defender, but even that won't do anything against anti-magic. Her only option is a stronger attack spell. Lily flips through her grimoire, somewhere between angry and upset at what she has to do. Why can't Asta have died already? Why does she have to fight him? It's clear that this battle is getting to her, even without her opponent having landed a single blow. That cold, smiling facade she wore up until now has truly cracked. Still, she'll fulfill her duty to Lucius. Lily takes a breath, trying to regain some calm and focus before launching her next big attack. Water spatial magic, Sachiel's Flash. This time, the star forms right in front of Lily, with a line of super fast magic jetting like a laser towards Asta. It's an impressive attack spell, a hyper-focused display of power. But Asta in Devil Union is faster. He ducks away, with Sachiel's Flash cutting through the town instead. Houses crumble and fall as the magical beam phases through them. Lily grimaces. Even a combo spell isn't enough to land a hit on the Flying Devil host. She can still see Asta in her mind's eye, a young child running away, laughing at her. But she can't think of him like that. She has to kill him. Eyes wide, Lily screams at Asta, insisting that he has to die for the sake of the world. Asta calls back and says that he won't let her kill him. He knows that on some level, she does not want that, and he won't let it happen. And in that desperate declaration, in that instance that he won't accept what she's saying, Lily can see the same unbroken intent that she knows Asta to always have. The same knuckleheaded kid with the massive heart that won't stop earnestly professing his love for her day after day. That does it. That one last memory is the final blow. Lily's lips tremble. The paladin tries not to admit anything, but it's useless. Finally, the angelic warrior of Lucius Gratis breaks down in tears. Lily sobs, declaring that she does not want this. She doesn't want to kill Asta. Of course she doesn't. There's no way Sister Lily would ever want that. And so now, the young black bull sees what's going on here. This isn't exactly mind control. This Sister Lily isn't some kind of puppet or trick like the boogeyman had been. It's not a demon taking control of her body either. It's the real her he's dealing with. Lily Aquaria from Hage Village, the same woman he grew up with. However, Lucius's magic has engraved a belief in her soul. His ideals are holy. His new world will bring happiness to everyone. He is in the right. Whatever Lily might want, she's forced to believe in Lucius's genocidal savior plan. If anything else in her mind or heart conflicts with that, the plan wins out, even if that conflict causes her intense pain. It would be so much easier if this Lily was just some kind of mind-controlled victim. She probably wouldn't even remember this later on. But no, Lucius isn't forcing her to do this. Not exactly. He's just messed with her head. The same Lily who cares for Asta has now been driven to kill him for the sake of this glorious future. She has all those happy memories of her past with Asta in Hage, but still, she has to do this. There's a blazing, overriding compulsion worked into her existence, yelling at her that Asta has to die. Lucius has to win, no matter how much it hurts. Asta grits his teeth. This is worse than he could have expected. It really is Sister Lily that Lucius has pitted against him. Trying to push past her tears, Lily yells that she has to kill Asta. Lucius's world will be a utopia. This is what everyone wants. This is what Asta wants deep down. This is how they will make a better world. At this point, Lily comes off more like she's trying to convince herself of that instead of Asta. The paladin's charging up a second round of Sachiel's flash. This time, readying 3 lances of high power water magic all at once. Her robes billow as she channels as much mana as possible into this one overwhelming barrage of attacks. When the trio of beams finally hit, they cut right through the town, curving around to strike at Asta from all angles. It's enough to force the Black Bull to duck away and down, starting to fly through the town streets. Lily didn't need the dragon to level this place. Her own power is more than enough. Buildings fall to rubble as Asta flies between them quickly, trying to avoid Lily's blasts. Above, the unfortunate sister is still crying as she pleads with Asta to die. She doesn't want to keep doing this. She just wants him to fall so the pain of the moment can be over, so the new world can begin. The only thing she wants is to get this over with. Asta grimaces, thinking back to the point when this all began, when Lucius took Sister Lily and forced his transformation on her. The Magic Emperor twisted her soul, forcing her to kill someone she cared about. And Lucius thinks he's righteous? That all this can be justified by some future world he can create? He's delusional. The paladin creation process is inherently cruel. He shouldn't be looking down on Morris. He's hardly any better than that guy. Asta parries the flash with Demon Slasher. As powerful as his spell is, his anti-magic sword can cut through it. He soars upward, pushing through the beam as he flies right towards Sister Lily. The paladin's eyes are still raw and full of tears as she tries to wrestle with what she's doing. She's starting to cast another spell, desperate to pull off something, anything, to make the battle end already. But there's no sadness on Asta's face. The only emotion we can see from him is anger. As he lunges towards Sister Lily, Demon Slasher pointed right at her. Asta doesn't see the paladin right now. He sees Lucius Gratis, a man who took both the Wizard King and Sister Lily from him. A man he could never forgive. And just like that, Asta cuts right through a shocked Sister Lily with Demon Slasher, letting the anti-magic of the blade sweep through her. There's no shock or upset in Asta's eyes, just an intent focus. He desperately wants this to be the end. He wants Lily to go back to the way she was before Lucius's soul magic so that all of this can finally be over. He tried this with Yurulu in the last chapter, and so it is worth taking another shot at here. That said, Yurulu is still unconscious. It's not clear what Asta's blow managed to do to the paladin, and that makes his sister's fate here unclear. Lily reaches out towards Asta. There's a faint smile on her face, and her tears have finally stopped. She looks relieved, like her pain is finally over. Did Asta successfully cut away Lucius's magic from her soul? Or has trying to cut her powers ended up dooming Lily? Paladins aren't exactly human after all. As always, I'm Celestial Otaku. Thank you all so much for watching and have an awesome day. I love you.